The edges of the world change all the time. Since the Earth is a living planet, its inside and outside are always changing. We know that water covers 71% of the Earth's surface and that land covers the other 29%. There are 195 different countries that make up 29% of the Earth's crust. Every country has its own unique borders that define its land area. So, here is a list of the 10 largest countries on Earth. Russia is the biggest country in the world. It takes up 10.95% of all the land on Earth. Russia covers 17 million square kilometers. Its area is almost twice as big as Canada's. Its Asian part, which includes all of Northern Asia, is about 4 million square kilometers, which is more than 40% of Europe's total land area. In Europe, Russia is now the biggest country. Russia is known for its vast and diverse landscapes, including the Siberian tundra, the Ural Mountains, and the world's deepest lake, Lake Baikal. Even though it is a large area, it has a low population density compared to other large areas. Even though Russia has a very small population, it was 9th on the list of countries with the most people in 2014. The main reason there aren't many people is that there is a lot of land. Most Russians live in Moscow, the country's capital. Moscow is the name of the biggest city in both Russia and the western part of the world. The country is home to a rich cultural heritage, including famous landmarks such as the Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, and the Hermitage Museum. Russia is also a major player in global politics, with a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council and a significant military and economic influence in the world. The official language is Russian, and the population is predominantly Eastern Orthodox Christian. Let's talk about Russia. Would you consider living in this vast country? Share your thoughts before we move on to the next big country. Canada is the second largest country in the world. It has a coast that is 151,000 miles long. Like Russia, the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic are all surrounded by 3 oceans. Even though the country is very large, there are only 37 million people living there. Canada's population has been growing for 2 years, but it is now growing steadily. It is known for its stunning natural beauty, including the Canadian Rockies, the Niagara Falls, and the Northern Lights. Canada is also home to a diverse population and is recognized for its progressive and inclusive policies. Canada is also the largest country in the world that speaks both English and French. China is number 3. The 9.6 million square kilometers of land that China has may still be underused. China is one of the largest countries in the world, and it shares borders with 14 other countries. Some countries, like Vietnam, Russia, and Afghanistan, are on the list. It has 1.4 billion people and is the biggest country in Asia. It is also a populous country. China is also home to modern cities like Shanghai and Beijing, known for their skyscrapers and bustling streets. The United States of America, the country with the 3rd most people, is the 4th largest in the world. The United States is only a few hundred kilometers bigger than China. There are 2, north and south. With Mexico to the south, this country can be divided into 3 different areas. Canada is also just to the north. Not only can you find important things in the United States. The United States is also home to many famous landmarks and monuments, including the Statue of Liberty and the Golden Gate Bridge. Brazil, which is the 4th largest country in the world, has a strong wildlife system for young people. Brazil is the largest country in South America and the 6th largest country in the world. Here is a big part of the Amazon, which is the biggest rainforest in the world. This western country has a long coastline that includes Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. It also has a lot of greenery, plants, and animals. Brazil is a big country that takes up 8.5 million square kilometers of land and is on the coast. Brazil is also home to the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest in the world, and has a diverse population and rich history. Number 6 is Australia. This land down under is the 6th largest country in the world. It has a total area of 7.62 million square kilometers. Even though it is a separate island, it has a large amount of continental land. Most of the Aus live in coastal towns like Perth in the west and Sydney in the east. The Australian outback is one of the hottest and driest places on Earth, so not many people live there. Western Australia has people from India, which is the 2nd largest country in the world. India has had a lot of fights over its borders over the years. It is claiming full control over the northern Kashmir regions on Earth, so not many people live there. Western Australia has people from India, which is the 2nd largest country in the world. India has had a lot of fights over its borders over the years. It is claiming full control over the northern Kashmir region. But Pakistan doesn't agree with the location. Some of the 7th-ranked countries, like Nepal, Myanmar, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and China, are next to India. India is one of the biggest countries in the world. It covers an area of 3.28 million square kilometers, from the southern peninsula shore to the Himalaya mountains. India comes in at number 7 on the list of the world's biggest countries. Australia is also home to modern cities like Sydney and Melbourne, and has a unique culture that is influenced by both its indigenous population and its British colonial history. India is known for its beautiful temples, vibrant colors, and delicious food. Argentina is the 8th largest country in the world and the largest country that speaks Spanish. Its huge 2.78 million square kilometer land area has a wide range of landscapes and weather conditions. Near the north. When you get there, the weather will be hot and humid. The different weather patterns in the north and south will intrigue you and make you want to learn more about this undiscovered treasure. As you move south, you will leave behind the cold weather of the glaciers. Cape Horn, which is at the tip of Argentina, is one of the most stormy places on Earth. Patagonia, which is one of the most dangerous and beautiful places on Earth, is also close by. Kazakhstan, which used to be a part of the USSR, is the 9th largest country in the world, according to Hassan. Since most of their land is made up of highlands and plains, they usually have a cold, dry season that changes throughout the year. Kazakhstan is the largest country in the world, with an area of 2.72 million square kilometers. It is also the only country on our list that doesn't have an ocean. Kazakhstan has a rich and complex history, with evidence of human habitation dating back to the Stone Age. The region was inhabited by various nomadic tribes, including the Scythians, Sakha, Huns, and Turkic tribes, before being conquered by the Mongols in the 13th century. In the 16th century, the Kazakh Khanate was established, and the Kazakh people formed a distinct ethnic group with their own language and customs. The region was later colonized by Russia in the 18th and 19th centuries and became a republic of the Soviet Union in 1936. Kazakhstan gained independence in 1991 following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Kazakhstan has the largest economy in Central Asia, with a GDP of around $180 billion. The country is rich in natural resources, including oil, natural gas, coal, and uranium, which account for a significant portion of its exports. Kazakhstan is also a major producer of wheat and other agricultural products. The government has been implementing economic reforms to diversify the economy and reduce its dependence on oil exports. Kazakhstan has a rich cultural heritage that reflects its history and ethnic diversity. The Kazakh people are known for their hospitality, and traditional Kazakh culture places a high value on family, community, and respect for elders. The country's cuisine is characterized by its use of meat, dairy products, and grains, and includes dishes such as beshbarmak, a meat and noodle dish, kazi, dried horse meat, and kumis, fermented mare's milk. Kazakhstan is a predominantly Muslim country, with about 2/3 of the population identifying as Sunni Muslims. Other religious groups in Kazakhstan include Russian Orthodox Christians, Protestants, and Jews. Algeria is the only African country to make the top 10 list of the largest countries in the world. Algeria is a country in North Africa that borders the Mediterranean Sea. Even though 90% of the country is made up of deserts, these areas are very high and are far above sea level. The Sahara Desert is in the middle of the country. A mountain range called Tel Ash runs along the northern edge. Algeria takes up an area of 2.38 million square kilometers on Earth. Algeria is also home to beautiful beaches and stunning mountain ranges. These are the 10 biggest countries in the world. Please share your country of origin in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more great videos. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch more videos, click here.